Yo, welcome to the show. It is Mock Draft Thursday because we mock draft all the time. There's no real set date for mock drafting here on the Fantasy Football Show. Every day is mock draft day on the Fantasy Football Show. So I don't want to hear any lip about, hey, we haven't mock drafted in a while. We're going to be mock drafting like crazy coming up in the next couple days and weeks and months. We mock draft more than anybody. We haven't mock draft a lot the last couple days, but we're gonna mock draft right now, and we're gonna keep mock drafting until kickoff, like every week. What's up, Dollar Bill? What's up, Schmidt? What's up, Home? What's going on, Brennan? It's Mock Draft Thursday, broskies. You know what time it is, and I will be dollar bill, y'all, says Andrew. What's up, Ravers? What's going on, Brandon? Let's mock draft time. After what, a little bit of an intro, right? Where's my intro? I don't know if this is the old intro.
Top 5 running back. You're watching the Fantasy Football Show.
That's the old intro. Where's my new intro? Hold on. Wait a minute. Whoa. How did that slip in there? Where's my new intro? Whatever. Intro file cannot be found. I gotta find out what the hell is going on. Oh, you know what? It probably got saved in the cloud because I haven't played it in a couple days. Hold on. Yeah, my computer put it into the cloud. It cloudized it. So hold on. Here's the intro. Download, you SOB. Okay, here's the file. Intro.
It's the Fantasy Football Show with your host, Smitty.
Top 5 running back. You're watching the Fantasy Football Show.
Smitty. Take a lap.
Okay, guys, join my Discord over at smitty1.com. I'm going to drop the link right here. Join my Discord, smitty1.com, and click that. There it is, smitty1.com. Join the Discord. That's where I drop the link. We'll do 2 mock drafts. I'll drop a link in the chat. I'll drop a link in the Discord. I'll try and mix it up. And hit the thumbs up on your way in the door. We have 25 to 50 people watching, which is a very slow night, I might add. I don't care. I do it for you. I don't care about the numbers, but I do need the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up on your way in, please, because it allows YouTube to then send it out to more people, and we want people to know about the show. So punch it. Before we start, I got to click on something here. Hold on. Do some housekeeping. I got a mock draft I will create and cook up. I'll probably draft from, what spot should I draft from? You guys tell me what pick I should draft from. I'll draft from the slot you tell me. And then I'll drop the link in my Discord. The first one I'll drop in the Discord, and then we'll get going. We'll get to mock drafting. How many people we got in here? Okay, ready? Here we go. I'm going to create a new mock draft. It's going to be a Dynasty. We're only going to go 5 rounds, but assume we're going to go longer. It's PPR. Someone said draft from the 6th spot. I'm going to take the 6th spot. I'm dropping the link in my Discord. I'm opening it up. Discord, here you come, broskies. In 5, in 4, in 3. I'm going to my Discord. I'm clicking on the Mock Draft Club channel, and I'm dropping the link. Boom. Link has been dropped. Link has been punched, and here comes all of you fine folks climbing into the building, jumping around from spot to spot. Look at you guys. I want this spot. I want that spot. Time to where's the music? Son of a. Okay, here we go. Ready? Begin draft. Dynasty. Now I did a team that was crazy. I'm tempted to draft it again because I want to show all of you on YouTube what I did. And I accidentally timed out and picked a guy way too high. But I loved the team when I was done with it. It was phenomenal. Sean, what are you doing, bro? Sean drafting Mahomes at 1.1. Sean, not cool, bro. McCaffrey 1.2. Nuclear, who are you going with? Who are you going with? Barkley at 3. This is Dynasty. Alvin Kamara, 1.4. I'm on deck. Dalvin Cook, nice pick. I saw. Do I take? I'm going to go Taylor. Go Jonathan Taylor. I've been trying wide receiver a lot from that 1.6. So I want to go with Taylor. I got Kamara in my last draft. It is Dynasty, Sean. It is Dynasty. But it's still early, bro. It's still early. You can't take Mahomes at 1. It is Dynasty. You're not wrong. But Mahomes doesn't go. I mean, if you're in a 2 QB league, bro, he'd be a good pick there, but still way too early. Not so much because Mahomes can't earn that in a way, but you've got no upside. He's got to be the best, highest scoring player in fantasy football. You've got to nail your other picks. You got to land them all. You can't recover very well with that. I mean, you're gonna get a decade with Mahomes, but bro, you can get him if you don't get this, 12 pick. If you wanted to reach and take him at 12, I could understand that. But taking him at 1, it's just way too early. Way too early. Nick Chubb, Antonio Gibson to be Fred. Antonio's getting some mad love, and I like it. Sean, where'd you see 2 QB league? Where did I put it? It's okay, Sean. Sean just assumes that when he's in a draft, it's a 2 QB league. Akers. Who's Ryan taken with Akers? Who you pairing with Akers, bro? I've seen a lot of people pair Akers and Swift together. It's like they're like BFFs in mock drafts. So many people take them together. It's the craziest thing. It's kind of like, I don't know, who were the 2 players last year? I like the Jefferson pick, Ryan. I'm not gonna lie. I'm okay with that. I am okay with that, bro. Who am I gonna draft? I gotta queue some people up. I'm gonna get a good player. There's so many good people left. So many good players left. I like the 6 spot. Dollar Bill says Akers over Gibson. Could see that. I mean, I could see that going either way. I like Gibson a lot. There are some concerns and red flags with Gibson. The position from a full-time perspective is new to Gibson. There are reasons you could think of how he could falter. Because he's got to be used perfectly. And Washington looks set up to use him perfectly, I will admit. That's why I like Gibson a lot. That's why I'm buying into Gibson. I like him. I like him in the 2nd round. Redraft late 2nd round, probably more so early 3rd if possible. But I love Gibson because Washington appears to want to use him a ton and use him perfectly, to perfection. You run him, you throw passes to him, you give him double-digit potential touchdown production. Gibson's going to walk into top 5 to 10 running back value. Okay, here, I gotta go AJ Brown. So Taylor Brown, I'm feeling good about that in a Dynasty startup. Dalvin Cook and who? iSong. Who you taking? This looks like the iSong I know. In the other mock, I don't know what happened to you. You got taken. JK's. I like that, and I don't like. Not ripping on the pick at all. iSong. He could be a top 5 to 10 running back. I'm torn on that pick though. When it does come down to, do I take JK? Do I not take JK? I think you get him a little later, but bro, if he's your dude, don't let anybody, don't let me, don't let anybody influence you not to draft him. Just make sure you're maximizing value at every turn, and you say to yourself, can I get him later? If you can't, then reach for your boy. Someone take Swift before Nuclear takes him. I call him Nuclear. I know that's not his name. Kelsey. I agree, bro. I agree. Interesting, Sean. I don't hate your team. McCaffrey, Aaron Jones, and who? Who, Schmidt? Who you pairing with those 2 running backs, bro? I better start queuing some people. I'm gonna get screwed. I do so much talking. Miss Smitty will tell you that I do a lot of talking. That it's easy for me to time out. I time out once every 2 or 3 drafts, man. Okay, Jacobs, Eckler went. I was gonna maybe take Eckler. Who you taking, iSong? I might be a little bit unusual here. I might be a little unusual here. iSong, what did you do now? Okay. Here's where he's a big avoid for me. A big avoid. But he's crossing the threshold. And I've told you guys this in a YouTube video that I had. That when he crosses the threshold, he flips into a guy I like to take. Because there's a line in the sand for everybody. And at this stage in the game, the possibility that he does return to form at some point, whether it's right away or not, I take that chance at 3.6. I don't like it in the second round. I'm a complete all-out avoid. Don't even go near Mike Thomas when I'm talking about A.J. Brown and those guys being able to be drafted ahead of him. I'm taking A.J. Brown every time. DK, Diggs, Ridley, all those guys. Jefferson. Mike Thomas doesn't, in a redraft setting, sniff my 2.9 or whatever, because I'm taking Ridley, I'm taking DK, I'm taking Diggs, I'm taking Justin Jefferson, especially Jefferson, all those guys ahead of Mike Thomas. But in this situation, I didn't have that opportunity. In this situation, Mike Thomas was the best wide receiver potentially there. You could make a case for Allen. You could make a case for Chase being a very crafty pick. You could make a case for a lot of things. You can make a case that Josh Allen was the pick there, and a lot of you won't like that. Some of you will. I like Josh Allen in the 3rd round. I love him right where Dried Ocean got him at 3.10. Perfect spot. But I'll take Mike Thomas at 3.6. He has flipped into a good draft selection at that point. I'm coming up. Who do I take? I'll tell you what I do in Dynasty, guys. You want to know what I do in Dynasty? This is what I do in Dynasty. Who are you taking, Rice? Assuming Rice doesn't snipe me. I build with the wide receivers in a Dynasty startup. Because wide receivers, I got Jonathan Taylor. I couldn't pass up on Jonathan Taylor. In a Dynasty startup, you get a guy like Devonta Smith, and if he lands, some of you may not like Devonta Smith. I'm fine with that. Hold my beer. I will take Devonta Smith for you. I will mold and craft Devonta Smith for you. Devonta Smith is the one who knocks, bro. And I'm speaking to the doubter out there. Don't worry, Braun. We're doing one more. I'm speaking to the doubter of Devonta Smith out there. I'm looking you in the eye. And Devonta Smith is the one who knocks. At 4.7 in a Dynasty startup. At 3.6 in a Dynasty startup. At A.J. Brown. Look at those 3 wide receivers. They'll carry me for a decade. Jonathan Taylor, he's young enough. I just love going wide receiver in a Dynasty startup. I love having 2, 3. Give me 3. I don't even care. Give me 3 elite wide receivers. Give me Jefferson. Give me DK. And give me A.J. Brown as my first 3 picks in a Dynasty startup. I'll build those running backs. I'll cultivate a James Robinson somehow on the waivers. Nuclear timed out, but I do like your team. Eckler, Swift, Barkley, Godwin, that's solid. Merlin timed out. What's with the timeouts? Nuclear's back. Nuclear, you got a good team, even though you timed out. It's a good team. Kamara, Hopkins, Josh Jacobs, and Lamar is a pretty solid team, too. Higgins is too early for me, Schmidt. I don't blame you. Trust your gut. Do you. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to anybody. If Higgins is the number 1 wide receiver to you, Schmidt, you do you. And I've seen him go that high, so you're not alone. But I think they draft a wide receiver. I think they draft Chase. They draft Smith. They draft Kyle Pitts. They put Higgins in a box like Sutton has been put in a box in Denver, where it's Jerry Jeudy. And you can crap on Jerry Jeudy if you want. I'm looking at you, Jerry Jeudy doubter. I like Jerry Jeudy. He had a good year for a rookie, completely overshadowed by Justin Jefferson, and people's disappointment that Jeudy didn't do what Jefferson did meant that Jeudy failed. With Locke throwing him the football, are you kidding me? Imagine if Deshaun Watson goes to the Broncos. I'm never going to hear the end of it, of how much everybody loved Jerry Jeudy. Oh, he's the best. I liked him. I never doubted him a bit. I love Jerry Jeudy. He's my favorite. Imagine if Watson goes to Denver. What are you going to say then, Jerry Jeudy doubter? The dude's elite. The dude's legit. What if I went Waddle here? You know? What if I went Waddle here? What if I locked it down? I'm on deck, so maybe iSong's going Waddle. Or maybe I'm trying to get him to take Waddle. Roll the dice. Javonte Williams. Why not? He could be the number 1 running back in this entire rookie draft class. If you don't think Javonte Williams can go from good player, a lot of people kind of like him, to then boom, he's the Jonathan Taylor of the 2021 draft class, where everyone's like, okay, this is the new 1.1 rookie overall if he lands in the right spot. And Javonte Williams is the one player that is going to gain more and more value as we head toward the NFL draft. There are a couple players that are going to gain more steam, pick up more steam. Chase will pick up more steam. Kyle Pitts will keep picking up steam. Wilson at quarterback's going to pick up steam. And Javonte Williams is going to pick up a ton, a boatload, a crap load of speed. And steam. Steam speed. Yeah, Jerry Jeudy. I'm gonna step away from the mock and speak to you all right now. Jerry freaking Jeudy is so completely bleeding talent. And everyone talking about how he didn't do well as a rookie. He looks bad. He has Drew Lock throwing him the football. Drew Lock throwing him the football. He's being overshadowed by Justin Jefferson's perfect situation, who I like. You know I like Justin Jefferson. I'm not at all ripping on him whatsoever. But stop judging Jerry Jeudy as if he failed. He looked fantastic for a rookie. he had more air yards than most receivers in the entire league. I think he was like 4th or 5th. I'm not sure what the exact stat was. If somebody knows that stat, drop it in the chat. But Jerry Jeudy, something like top 5 or something in air yards. I forget what the stat is. All right, we're gonna run it back. Run it back. Do it live. New mock draft. I'm gonna go from the 2 spot. I love the 2 spot. 5-4, 3-2. Broskies. Dropped in the YouTube chat there. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, Jeudy's a clean route runner. He's good, dude. Jeudy's gonna be good. And I love that he's doubted. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel real good that Jerry Jeudy's doubted. Dollar bill got in. I'm glad. All right, let's kick it off. Draft commences now. Sorry I didn't rank the teams. I'll rank the teams on this one. Matt, who you gonna take? I swear, if Mahomes goes again at 1.1, Matt, we're gonna have problems. No, it's not. It's a dynasty draft. Dynasty. And it's not a 2 QB league. There we go. You should have took Mahomes so I could have got McCaffrey. That backfired. Cook, Taylor, Kamara. I'm going to draft Kamara. I'm okay with Kamara in Dynasty. I wanted to go Barkley. I wanted to, but I didn't. It's that Dynasty number 2 spot's really hard because you could tear it apart if you wanted it on anybody's, or you could say, you know, Kamara or Barkley or Taylor. Taylor's worthy of a number 2 overall selection. He is in a Dynasty startup. I like Barkley a lot. I like Cook a lot too. They're all good, man. It's a tough spot. I think in redraft it's easier, but in Dynasty the 1.2 is very, very, very tough. All right, Braun. Braun got in. Who you taking, Braun? Who you taking, Bronski? Yo, what's up, guys? What's up, Joe? Wow, I stole Dalvin. You did, Dried Ocean. Keep in mind this is Dynasty. Dynasty. I've never seen Mahomes go in 3 straight mock drafts in the first round in a 1 QB. I've never seen it. This is madness. I'm not saying Braun, it was a bad pick. I'm just shocked because his ADP's in the 2nd round easily. Dynasty redraft doesn't matter. So it's just kind of shocking. He's gone in the 1st round by 3 different people. Devonta Adams to Lewis. Nick Chubb. Chubby to 1.8. Derrick Henry 1.9. Cam Akers 1.10. Dirty dollar bill. Dirty dollar bill. Please report to the principal's office. Dirty dollar bill. Who's he taking? Is he going to time out? Dirty dollar bill, don't time out. Ooh. Swift. Gibson. JK. Tyreek Hill. Hey, Dirty Dollar Bill, if you're still watching, you got to unclick auto because it'll put you on auto automatically. So you got to undo that or it'll skip you each time. Gibson and JK is interesting, Ethan. It's an interesting duo you got there. I thought we were doing Dynasty. We are, Braun. We are doing Dynasty, bro. This is a Dynasty mock. Jefferson, I like it. I like it. 1, 2, 3. Adams is on the clock. The Adams pick. Braun is on the clock. The Braunmeister. Where you going? Elliott fell far. Woo! Someone asked me earlier, do I like Elliott in Dynasty? I like him that much in Dynasty. I'll take him at 2.6. Adams and... Oh my God. Adams and Zeke? Bro. Welcome to the top 2 or 3 overall. No problem, Dollar Bill. Make sure if you get back in, though, you uncheck auto if you're coming back. I don't know if you said you were or not, because it's going to have you automatically. Okay, who do I go? Who do I go? Okay, I like this. I got 2 players I really like here. Ryan has Taylor, and he takes Eckler. I am going to go with my boy, Calvin Riggedy Ridley. Dobbins around 16 to 20. Yeah, I think Dobbins went way too high. You went at 2.1. That's just higher than his ADP by a long mile. So it's not that I don't like that, Ethan. Not that I don't like JK. I like JK, but it feels forced. Like, Ethan, Gibson and JK at 12 and 13 feels like you love those guys so much, no matter what pick you're at, you're going to grab them. And I'm not saying that... What do you guys think? Do I go Lamb here, or do I go Najee Harris? Hurry, 13 seconds. Lamb or Harris? We got about a 7 second delay. It's Dynasty. I'll go Lamb. I would have taken Harris, but Harris, Ridley, and Kamara would have been pretty fun. But I love Lamb, man. It's so hard to pass on Lamb. In a PPR Dynasty, 12 years, I'm going to have him. 12? Lamb's going to dominate for a decade, bro. I like Harris, though. But people take Dobbins in the mid-second. Yeah, I think you could go in the second. Getting any of those 2 in the 3rd round is a steal. Getting any of those, Joe says. What are you talking about, Joe? Akers, JK. I think Akers and JK, I wouldn't take them both. I would take one, but if you take both, like I see people taking JK and Akers or Akers and Swift. I don't recommend anybody taking 2 of those guys together. Like you're gonna take a little bit of a risk banking on one as like your second drafted player. Don't do it back to back and take 2 guys that need to completely, live up to the hype in order for you to get your value back. Like Akers at 12, JK at 12. Again, Ethan, trust your gut, but you have to land it. Like he has to completely be what you thought he was and not have no hiccups to earn the value. Like you're not gonna, even if he's a top 6-7 running back, you'd be darn excited if he was the number 7 running back. You're getting exactly what you paid for. You know what I mean? You want your pick, Ethan, to be like, I'm crushing, and even from the 12 pick, you can do that. I'm crushing the ADP. So a player like that could be, DK or Elliott. Even though I have my questions about Elliott. Jefferson, I think Jefferson could be the number 1 wide receiver. I'm not saying he will be. I'm just saying he could be. He could be. So, like, those guys, to me, have a little bit more bang for their buck at 12, 13, 14 overall. If you're going to take a little bit of a reach gamble, I think I would take it on one of those guys over JK. But trust your gut. Don't let anybody sway you away from what your gut's telling you, because you know what? You're going to be mad at yourself later. You're going to be mad at yourself for not trusting your gut. You know what I'm saying, broski? Let's review these teams while we're at it. Ethan, Gibson, J.K. Oops. Gibson, J.K. McLaurin, Chase. I like it. It's pretty solid, Ethan. I don't think it's top 4 or 5, but I still like it a lot. Dollar Bill is back. You got ETN, Devonta Smith, Tyreek, and Swift. Very, very solid. Understated team. Nuclear got Josh Allen, which is a steal at 4.3. Mixon, Sanders, Akers. I know he likes to go the triple running back, which, man, if it works for you, keep doing it. Do you, Nuclear? And if you land your wide receivers, you got a team. You got a team that's hard to beat. That's why going running back can be either a home run hitting experience, or if you miss on your wide receivers, you can struggle pretty big. But that's with any strategy. Doesn't matter. Do what you like. Do what you do good with. Do what your track record says you do good with. If it's running back. Henry, J-Rob, Keenan, Waller. Pretty solid, David. Jefferson, Chubb, Kelsey, A-Rob. That's solid too. Like, these two teams are like, I don't have them like 1 or 2, but it feels like insulting to not have them in the top 5. Lewis has Adams, Elliott, Thomas, and Godwin. That's crafty, bro. Mahomes, Diggs, Monty, Cooper. Solid. Cook, AJ Brown, Jacobs, Watson. If this were a different player, because I don't like Jacobs at all, I love this team, Dry Ocean. DK, Saquon, Aaron Jones. Very interesting. Who do you get? Mike Evans. I like it. Okay, I got to start pre-ranking. Who do I take? What do I do? Am I going to do a third? Am I literally going to have another draft where I take Javonte Williams? This will be my third in a row. This is my third. He's the top guy every time. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? I like my team. I mean, it's a dynasty. Dynasties are different. You'll get these random people, I know they're going to come in the comments and be like, oh my God, what kind of draft is this? It's a dynasty draft. It's a little different if you haven't noticed. Look at ETN going in the 3rd round. Look at Chase, Jamar Chase going at 4.1. Devonta Smith going at 4.2. Wide receivers. It's weird seeing like Julio there, and kind of feel like I like this team. It's interesting. Where was I? I was ranking. Okay, Ryan's team: Eckler, Harris, Jonathan Taylor, Kittle, Higgins. If since he does not draft a wide receiver or Kyle Pitts, Higgins is going to go crazy, and this team would be top 3 or 4 for sure. If it doesn't, it's still got a chance. It's still got a chance to be a top 5 team. So I still like it, Ryan, a lot. Matt, McCaffrey, Clyde, Hopkins, Jerry, Jeudy, Jackson. I like it. Give me a top 6 team for that, bro. And then my team, I'll rank last. I know some people still have some picks to go, and that's unfair, but such is life. Alvin Kamara, Calvin Ridley, CeeDee Lamb, Javonte Williams, and Herbert. So let's be honest here. If Williams lands, I win. Just kidding. If Williams lands and he's a top 10 running back, let's say, rookie running back gets in the perfect spot, I'm in the mix for some bread, bro. I can grab the bread. It's in reach. If Williams is a flop, he pulls a I'm already forgetting his name. This is how forgetful you are. Who's the Tampa Bay running back, rookie running back? I'm already forgetting his name. The Tampa Bay Buccaneer running back. What's his name? Do I really have to look this up? What's his name? Blanken. I know this is gonna piss me off when I see his name. I think I'm getting Alzheimer's. Early onset Alzheimer's. Keyshawn Vaughn, son of a B. How hard was Keyshawn Vaughn? Javonte Williams could be Jonathan Taylor. Like, I'm not joking. Let me go full screen on this. Emphasize the point. Javonte Williams. Let me put his name on screen. I'm going to use this as content. Here's a clip. Javon. Spell it right. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Camera. Javonte Williams could either be Jonathan Taylor of 2021, meaning Taylor in January, February was in the mix for a top 3-4 rookie running back. No one had him number 1 yet, and then the hype started to build. If anybody's going to gain a boatload of steam walking into the 2021 draft, it will be Javonte Williams. He will gain a bunch of speed. I like Chuba Hubbard a lot. Andrew, like I said on my Hubbard video, based on talent, I love Hubbard. I love him. My fear is that teams aren't looking at him as a full-time guy. Hubbard has to land in the most ideal spot. I love Chuba Hubbard. Absolutely love him. But there's a lot of caution that goes with where you rank him, how much you invest. He needs to be the guy that you got. When I said Alvin Kamara was going to be a top 5 to 10 running back entering his rookie year, I never heard the end of it until I didn't hear the end of it. Now nobody remembers that they didn't like that call. People have foggy memories when something like that turns around, huh? If Chuba Hubbard lands in an environment like Kamara landed in New Orleans, where they believed in him, similar to Gibson, even though Gibson and Chuba Hubbard are very different in terms of their style, it's a very, very similar situation in terms of Gibson was special, but very unique. Antonio Gibson needs to be fed rushes. He needs to be fed receptions. He needs to get the double-digit touchdown potential. He needs all of that a certain way, and he needs to be used a certain way, a certain amount of this and a certain amount of that. There's no way Gibson's going out and running for 1,500 yards. He will break him. He won't do well. He will fail. But Washington uses Antonio Gibson perfect, which is why it goes against logic. It goes against all logic to suggest that Gibson's going to work out, because he wasn't a full-time running back really heading into the NFL. This is new to him, and that traditionally does not work, but it's unique. The situation is perfect. Washington knows what they're doing. They know what they have. That's Antonio Gibson. Javonte Williams, I'll get back to in a second. Chuba Hubbard, if in the right spot, used properly, trusted, believed in, like the Saints believed in Kamara. Kamara would be a very different player if he landed on a team where they didn't want to use him the way they used him. He wouldn't be the same guy. He would not be the Alvin Kamara we know. So I like Hubbard to answer that question. Javonte Williams, though, is different because he will be looked at as a starter by every team in the league. And if there's any player that's going to gain more steam than anybody else, it's going to be Javonte Williams. And everybody, keep in mind, like politics, a candidate for president, let's say, if you've been out there for a while, it's not fun to talk about you. And so, like a candidate kind of coming out in the 11th hour, and people rallying behind this new name, Williams is going to be talked about in a way that people are excited about this new player that might be the 1.1. Oh my God, we've been talking about Najee Harris over and over and over for months. Maybe it's Williams. That's what happened with Jonathan Taylor. He was not everybody's number 1 running back in January, in February. He became it very quickly. And I think that's going to happen with this man right here. And I don't want to hear, oh, you like rookies, Smitty. You like Javonte Williams. You like Harris. You like Chuba Hubbard. You like everybody, Smitty. You just like running backs. I do like running backs, and I do like rookies. And it just so happens that rookies are being groomed a lot better, faster, stronger at the college level than they used to. Justin Jefferson, that was not possible 10 years ago for him to come out and be literally top 5 to 10 wide receiver. Didn't happen. It took you your third year in the NFL to break out at the NFL level as a wide receiver. It's different. You can come right in now as a quarterback. Okay, it takes a good year or two. You got to learn the system. You got to sit behind somebody for a while. No. Now you can be Herbert if you're in the right place. Joe Burrow was on that same mission. And guess what? Trevor Lawrence is going to be a top 10 fantasy QB as a rookie. And I think potentially develop very quickly into a top 5 fantasy football quarterback and top 5 NFL quarterback for sure. Typically those go hand in hand, not always, but I think in this case it will. And I think he's either going to turn Laviska Shenault or DJ Chark into a top 12, 15 wide receiver, maybe more. Shenault could be the Marcus Colston if some of you weren't in diapers when that guy broke out in New Orleans. Marquise Colston came out of nowhere. And people know who Shenault is, but he's not being talked about even close to enough as he deserves to be talked about. Shenault could be, he had a lot of talent. It was a very talented wide receiver class last year. Shenault was talked about at times being a top 5 guy. And he's in an ideal dynasty spot. Talk about dynasty gem potential. Shenault with Trevor Lawrence. Are you kidding me? Like, they could draft another wide receiver, maybe even next year, develop one, trade for him, get Allen Robinson. Galladay probably gets tagged, but anything can happen. It could be a sign and trade, a tag or whatever. Galladay could be a sign and trade. It could be anything. Galladay, A-Rob, who knows who's playing with Lawrence, but Lawrence is going to go crazy. I can't wait. But Javonte Williams. Great mock draft, everybody. Subscribe, follow if you're new. Please hit the thumbs up on your way out. And that's it for today. But we will continue to mock draft all off-season long, every single week. Subscribe if you're new. Go to smitty1.com to get all my links, my podcast, the audio, get the link to the show. If you ever get lost, go to smitty1.com to find the most recent YouTube show right there in front of your face. My link to my fantasy football news site, which I create and crank out, sleeperu.com. All my content, everything, all in one place, smitty1.com. Appreciate every one of you. Where do I rank Watson if he goes to Chicago? He's top 5 wherever he goes, man. It will be interesting where the wide receivers go after we know where the quarterbacks go. Do you think Robinson goes somewhere where he doesn't have a quarterback yet? Or does he follow a player? Does he follow Watson wherever Watson goes? You know what I mean? Like, we got to think about that. The wide receivers, the landing spots for the wide receivers are probably dependent in some of these cases on these quarterback signings and movement. And the quarterback signings and movement it's crazy. It's going to be a crazy year, man. Is Wilson going somewhere? Is Watson going somewhere? My initial reaction was that no, Watson and Wilson can't go anywhere. The cap hit's too great. But this is Houston we're talking about. If anybody's going to overlook any of that, it's the Houston bro. Like, they don't know what they're doing. Watt? Hopkins? It's only fitting that they get rid of Watson. And I've got a little bit of an insider coming on the show potentially this week to talk about, and hopefully it's not too late in a deal or and something doesn't kind of cook up before then. But Arizona Cardinals, could they potentially offer Kyler Murray in a first rounder for Deshaun Watson? And while you say that might be too much because they're kind of on the same page already, it's a big difference to go get Watson for your football team. Kyler I like a lot. Kyler in fantasy football is worth a lot. Kyler versus Watson in terms of wins and winning a potential Super Bowl, I think is a very, very different conversation. Now, I was a little shocked when I first had this conversation with my Cardinals diehard insider, Big Jeff. He's going to be coming on to talk about that. And he's the biggest Cardinal fan I've ever met in my entire life. No question about it. And I thought for sure he was going to be 100% on board with Kyler no matter what. And he actually believes that will be a good move. We don't know where, and the Cardinals have the Texans' number when it comes to making trades. It's possible. And he does. We're going to drop some more insight on that, I think, tomorrow or the next day. So get ready for that. I also have a video coming up on Russell Wilson here. It's the mailbag episode where somebody asked me, should they go trade for... It's going to involve Lamar Jackson and Russell Wilson. Get ready for that. It's going to be a good episode. Peace out. Appreciate you. Thumbs up. Subscribe. Follow. Tell your friends. Tell your grandma. Tell everybody. And get on over to Smitty1.com. Everything Smitty in one place. Giddy up. Let's go.